morning. And thank you as usual for deciding to come hang out and see what's happening on this fine and blessed day we've been allotted. Now I'm pretty certain that most all of my neighbors are sleeping. But I am absolutely happy to announce, woo, we did a little bit of spring cleaning in August. A little bit of spring cleaning, and so we'll give our Heavenly Father all the honor, glory, and praise. And we'll be quiet out there. I'm going to walk around, show you the upgrades, the improvements that we've made. Whose Father? Our Father, who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be, hallowed. Set aside, set apart. To place on a lampstand. Thine kingdom come. Came, is, was, will be. Read it, read it, wrote it. Thine will be done. Oh, there it is. Hallelujah. Woo! Just got indication. Been having issues, but we give glory and praise. Then we'll bore you with the less finer details of our life. Oh, as the world burns. Oh, crying. Oh, Ryan. Ain't got a hope in hell. Anyway, kingdom come, thine will be done. Oh, William. Lily. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, no, but deliver us from evil. Oh, Mr. L, there's evil. If you don't, you will. But I believe you know. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation. Deliver us from evil, Mr. L. For thou is the power, the kingdom, and the glory forever. In Yeshua Mashiach of the new heaven and earth, that shall soon reign as he fulfills his will through those that diligently seek him. We eagerly await as we equate this banquet feast that cannot be calculated. Amen. Oh, it's a human number. 7, and then we've got 6. 7 and 6. Oh, so much has went on, and I've got to get to work today. First day of the week. Got to keep it kind of quiet down here, but man, it's beautiful. Hear a few more birds. Over the past week or so, they've started to come back. Just a few. No droves. No, not in numbers. It's not a murder of crows or anything. But all the barn swallows, they're gone. It's way too early for them to be gone. To have flown the coop. I'm gonna fix that. Mowed the lawn, had to get that mowed. Oh yeah. Whew. The demons are starting to consume each other. You see that? Man, all alongside of the road, you got to be packing heat. You got to get good with the still, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, it's a spiritual battle. You know this, but thank you. We give all honor, glory, and praise to our heavenly kingdom as he returns, as he fulfills his will through those that diligently seek him. And that's how we decrease, he increases in us, Casey. Who told you that anyway? See, before I formed you, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations, prophetess, to the nations. You see, it's that blotting out I'm concerned about. Not so much with you, but you know, because there are some that they weren't written from the foundation. Well, hello, and we're talking foundation, plumb true. It's so simple. It's a simple line. It's right there from that Northern Star. We fight. It's right there, and this is how he manifests through the flesh, and that's exactly how he's returning through the flesh. Greater things than these you shall do. What do you mean? In magnitude, not in omnipotency yet. He's coming back in full force to fulfill. Those that fulfill. Oh, that's Winston, the back of the truck there. Oh, I better be quiet. Everybody's sleeping around here. Shh. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits, demons. Oh, man. And the one, I don't know if you remember this, Millie, but way back before I handed myself over to get inside, disembowel almost like, just didn't want to go to Nineveh. Just disemboweled it from the inside, and then on our way out, just scaled it. Just started scales just started flying everywhere, just started sticking. When it hits the fan, man, whew, it's amazing. See, he uses the least likely. Oh, boy, who's restraining who now? Oh, the stuff they would do to us, beloved. Oh, Mrs. L. Polaroids. It's a Polar Express, boy. It's gonna get bumpy. Boy, you better hang on. Now, see, we're so excited because this stuff looked like it fitting to work. But, you know, I was born a poor black child, so sometimes you got to be a little bit of a jerk, and it seems like arrogance, but it's really not. When you've been broken down, beaten, busted, but you can be trusted, sometimes over-explaining is just really a broken, ow, kind of like that. I walked right into the corner of my table in real time. Oh. Boy, go ahead and make a rhyme with that one there, little buddy. See, we make our living with words and rhyme, but never ask for a penny, because we've already been bought with a prize. We got a mole. We've got a damn mole. We've got a mole, Millie. Check this out. I found these. Speaking of Millie. Oh, and also, because I don't want to leave anybody out. Oh, you guys are all so gorgeous. Gorgeous. I found these in the truck. This is from yesterday. I still got stuff from yesterday. I got my iced tea, homemade iced tea, and my frozen water bottles. Alright, my Zip Fizz, my pee bottle. That's right, even you, Steven. Even you. What was I going to show you? Dang it. Oh, right there. It still has that new Shadowgate smell, the sticker smell. I meant to put these on. So here's Mrs. Garcia. That's right, Tiffany. And I was gonna put this on her vehicle. I just didn't know, but this was custom made for her. Oh yeah, I did a little investigation of our own. Let's put this right on her, Deb. Right here. Risk management. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. Look, Ohio, Cleveland. That is true. What do you mean it's not? Oh, look it. You're showing off. That's Mama. Where's your babies? Where are your babies anyway? Well, there's a bird right there. I gotta go pull. I'm gonna try to take you guys with me. There you go. Quiet. You be quiet. We're gonna have you in the smoker. I told him, no, you gotta get the smoker and the barbecuer. You're taking all. You brought that stuff with you. You're taking that shit with you. I'm not hauling that stuff out here if I gotta move. I only got so much room in my little pony. But all this little Lucky Charms and shit, I'm giving this away to homeless people. I know that's almost mean, right? You want to try to save people's lives. Shit like this. Garbage. It's all this fucking garbage. And poison. But I used to eat Tupperware bowls of that shit. Wake up, take a hit of some weed. Go grab a Tupperware bowl. Eat a half box of Cocoa Pebbles, and then hit some Diggum Smacks and some Count Chocula. You better put some water on that shit, boy. God, look at all them berries. I better get some of them berries. Pardon me, that was nasty and rude. This don't really help. I don't know where they're coming in at, but... Oh, yeah. Crazy old demonic stuff was happening. It's been gone for almost 4 weeks. Like I said, just that one morning when I was running, I was quiet, but no hard alcohol and no drugs. You're going through some shit, and you ain't taking me down that road. You ain't gonna pull me along with you. Hell no. With you, did you? Or something like that. Did you? With you. One of them fools on White Collar. Oh, you gotta love them dudes. Gotta love all them fools. But yeah, everything's pretty much the same around here, except, you know, took me hours. Oh man. But at least now I don't have to go to work. Get up, work, go to work, then come back and work. And when he's just sitting around, look, this is all cleaned out. I could have used that freezer so I can put the elk in there, but I'll get another one. Easy come, easy go. Went camping down at the ocean. And wouldn't you know, we seen Jordan. Right there in the River Jordan. Right there. Old Jordan. It's pretty clean. I gotta get home pretty soon, guys. I'm going to try to run a feed. Haven't even taken a bath in here yet. That's just Yeller. That's old Yeller. From when we, you know, where the red fern grows. I got most of that stuff off there. Oh, it was all up back here and everywhere. I was like, man, how does it get up around here? This is why in prison most men, they sit down. See, men sit down to pee. You just don't know that. Because you ain't been around real men, see? Most of these men, they just... I don't know what to... Pretty clean, though. I got her done. We got her done. I haven't quite got that cat piss smell out of there. Paid way too much for that. I'm almost ashamed. I don't even want to tell you what I paid for that. One of y'all would be like, oh yeah, use it fool. Use it fool. You know you should have went to the flea market and bought some from the dudes that get them from the... See, but when I know that stuff comes from, and then I go into the store and I buy it, I go, why is this stuff so expensive? Well, what do you mean? You were just at the flea market. Most of that stuff comes from boosters. Now you know how this works, son. Yeah, I know. Well, then don't act stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh, I'm going to nail one right from here. God willing, right here. They'll just come tiptoeing through the tulips. Of course, they're pets. I got that from the job site, that pallet. I was waiting for her to say something. She hasn't yet. But I was going to get a stack of them, and the good Lord had different plans for us. I might pull that up. This one I had to pull up in my room because that's where she had her cat boxes. Her daughter. Whoa. I can't do it. I can't do those fun. Oh, and those urinal cakes. I need to inform you. Those urinal cakes, for those who care, those urinal cakes, they evaporate in it right there. You can set them out and they'll literally evaporate. Now, there was some real demonic stuff going on. There's some hang on, people. Just buckle up. Just stay prayed up. You're good. These things must come to pass. You know we are in the season. Well, we are that. You won't know the time or hour, but we are that season. And it's not going to be quiet. That's what cowards do. That's what they do. They're afraid to be transparent, you know. They're afraid to shout it from the rooftops, you know. There's some things you want to, you know, but... You know, hey, man, if you're honest with yourself, then you have no problem being honest with everybody else, and there ain't really nothing the enemy can use against you. Well, the past really has no effect, and the uncertainty of the future, if you live by faith, well, shit, He's pretty much screwed, blued, and tattooed. Mr. L, they're getting him. Like, it's almost like a rite of passage, like a My Baby Daddy type thing, you know. I started hearing that there was a season when that was a thing. It was like it was almost like it was an honor to have a child, but not have that baby daddy anywhere around that baby, anywhere around that baby. What's that? What's that one? Baby's kids. Oh God, out playing on the freeway with old Willie. Did you see that, Nelson? Did you see that? Went down there, stayed with old Kenny. That's what the guy went and bought. It's my cousin. He's my cousin. Fred. Right here, Fred. Fred's brother's son. So he's my step cousin, little Fred. Yeah, that was back in the good old days. Back when life seemed to be simple, back in the old 70s. Now we got to play 45 records. But he did love Elvis. Okay, Saturn. Got the Saturn. Thank you, Father, because we were starting to really trail on that. And we were going to go to Saltwater Park, which we were just there the other day. All we've been doing is working. Ain't been just sitting around jerking. No. We have been working and playing and rolling and doing what we do. And just not, like these goo gobblers. No, we don't. And I would never ask her to do it. Ever. Are you serious? That beautiful mouth that speaks all these prophetic, these beautiful songs and hymns, and that I kiss that mouth, and the gift of life just comes. Oh, and I can hear her breathing. Are you serious? Why would I do that? Some nasty ass. Unless, of course, some women, but I would never ask. Now, me, of course. Why do you always say that, Roy? Well, hey, I just gotta let it be known. I'm trolling myself. Really, is what it is. I'm the bait, and slugs need not apply. This is for just the the salt of the earth people. Now, boys have penises. I'm giving this to not Hadley. This is Addie. She'll be coming over later. And then Donnie's gonna hook that up. Oh, we've had so much go on. Turn that damn thing right off. Turn that right off and down. She down for the count, that damn cable. So we got this now, see? Oh, the good Lord willing. Oh, isn't that beautiful? 4K. As we got the 6, all these demon towers, these zombie towers. Whew. You see them. You see these people, man. They flipped this switch. It's on. Whatever they'd been doing, it's starting to really ramp up. So we just know that our redemption, draws nigh. It's just right in us, you and I. That's where it is. Believe it or not. Now, that's where that greater things than these you shall do. Now, why would our heavenly King in the flesh became flesh, and those that deny that, well, you might as well just run. After a while, once you they'll be running. You'll be like, what the fuck is going on? All I'm doing is walking. That's right. You'll see. They'll show you everything. You give them just enough rope, and they'll be spilling their guts right in front of you. You'll see it, and you'll be like, damn, holy smokes. Oh, they're going to let you know. Now they're starting to consume each other, just like that head. Once that head's off, that dysfunction, there was no order anyway. It was disorder. It can't, it can only mislead. It can't follow. It runs. It's a goalpost that it is moving so far away. We're like, hey, wait a minute, man. Hey, get over here. Donkey. Remember that big old donkey on, what was it? It was Walt Disney would kick that ball. But so we got this streaming TV box. In case, I ever I'm still trying to push this damn thing. I want this gone. I want this out my house. You pick up your bra, you pick up your blouse, and get the hell out of. And he had to go. He had to go, and go a while ago, because I just can't. And once that clicked, when I can't sleep comfortably, remember I said I hardly slept in that bed. Well, why would that be? Well, I don't want to bore you with the details of my life. Mrs. L either. However, linswarriors.org, thank you for helping us children. And speaking of which, look at, 'cause I got a golden ticket. 'Cause I got a golden twinkle in my eye. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. You just can't make this stuff up. Oh, I wouldn't even try. I just stopped. I said, all right, man, you win. You win, Mr. L. You win. There is no God. This is all just a coincidence. It's all just one big old coincidence. Whew, man, Einstein would have a hard time equating this one. Boy, you throwing that problem right there, you say, I want you to figure that one out right there. Just today, let alone, compound that by, man. They are just mega failures. Mega failures. Big. Oh. Be good, Johnny. Just be good. This here was hanging on a tree. Dean Summers, the one I bought the truck from. Oh, you and that faith. You and that faith. It was hanging in that tree. That butterfly effect. You said you were going to decode that. Who told you that, Casey? Who told you that? Who said that? See, you won't have to yourself. You're right. But then again, you also got to be cautious about, because that's a sin also, too, is to spit in the Creator's face when it comes to, who and how he created his beloved. And, because I know I was one that, I was a runner. See, I was a runner. They knew I was a runner. See, his mother was a runner. They're all runners. All these fools, they can run. They're short, but they run. They run. They're good at running. Running and self-sat. I see shit good coming down there, and I will screw it up. I was good at seeing anything good come my way. Anything that would have been, valuable, would have been, healthy. I'm at a loss for words, but you get the idea. I got so good at messing my life up because that's all I thought. It programmed me at such a young age. But so much trauma and just completely, just things, like I said, my life made Nightmare on Elm Street seem like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Except where I was going was never to be expected. Not very far, that's for sure. And there's old Fred right there, Mr. Fred Rogers. Well, Mr. Fred Rogers, but man, I lived in the land of make-believe. I was on that trolley, boy. I had that ticket. I had one of those all-day passes right there. And that picture was right behind that photo. Right, I don't know why it would have been placed there. I do now, How? I'll find out. Why? I know why. I didn't need to, I always wanted to know why. I always need to know, because I was so out of control. My whole life was just, That's why I'm such a clean freak in some senses. That's part of, dysfunction. But, cleanliness is next to godliness. It's just when you get mommy dearest. Once you get too over there's a fine line. And few find it. Few are on it. But that's part of trying to, in your head, trying to, know that, man, my life is, because you can physically see, but this is a spiritual battle. Yes, it manifests itself physically, but it starts first up there. In here, you got to break yourself. It's hard to do, because especially when your whole life is just being spun out of, because you're now, they're pushing that, and I can be a baller, and things just start spinning and spinning, and you can't make sense. So I just, it's just amazing that we're having this conversation, because, it couldn't kill me, and it was working hard on having me destroy myself, because that's pretty much all that's all the only option it had left. Zip Fizz. That's what this is. Well, zipper doodle. So, but yeah, major self-sabotager, self-worth issues. Oh, and then, ensues. It wasn't that I was an addict alcoholic. I was a sinner. Now, it was a byproduct of just being broken. I used to be a little boy. Boy, they tried to turn that right around. Oh, they tried to freakify me up one side and down the other when they seen that I wasn't gonna. That I liked girls. See, it was one of them things that just, I don't know. It just, look at the size of that mama. He wrapped that bee right up, didn't he? Look at that. Would you be mine? Little Valentine. Well, it's Halloween season, isn't it? Little old smashing pump. Oh, the mailman hasn't got here yet. Oh yeah, everything, we just speak everything right into existence. Don't sit there and plan anything. It doesn't have anything with CIA. They don't FBI. They have nothing on the Spirit of Christ. Nothing at all. That's why He uses us. So that you can go, oh my God, there is a God. Because this fool, certainly, well, absolutely. We've been saying this from the beginning. So we have a book. We wrote this book. See, everything's in revision. They weren't going to let that get out. No, they weren't. And it was, gosh, there was, how many words? It was a lot. It took me a long time. Well, 53 years, and we're still laying it down. Who's I can open that window? You know, one of these days, Margaret, damn it, one of these damn days. One of these days, Margaret, right in the kisser. All right, guys. Well, I'm just extremely happy that I haven't completely woken up everybody in the park. Nice ride. Boy, that's a nice little ride. Betty Clips, Ashley let me drive. That was pretty nice too. I'm so used to driving that little truck all across the country. It's got torque, but it's just gutless. So when you get something that has just a little bit of power, it doesn't even have to be really, nothing that's just, breakneck, just straight ugly. And then you think you're in, Maserati. You're doing 185, but really, you haven't even left the damn front. I've been around the world. Yeah, ain't left the damn front yard yet. But yeah, these seen one on the side of the road. Green face, just like back to what I was saying to begin with, Melly, when before I went into the beast system, one of their tentacles anyway, the demonic human meat market court system, learned to say moo. This just happened to you. Remember that one? Stale bread is old. That never gets old. That never gets old. Oh, new heaven, new earth. That never gets old. Old Spankin' Frank. No, and there's old Axel Grease. Alex Jones spinning that ball, big old ball behind her. There's nothing to see there. That's he's just mistaken. No. They've been working on that fat boy for a long time. She was attracted to his voice for a reason. There was a reason. See, I thought it was the platform. And now, when I hear his voice, I can't even share that. I can't even share that, Dan. That's why I don't share that, bro. Because I can't stand that man's voice. That man's voice, all you're going to hear is, "You lied!" But right from the foundations, I'm not interested on what it sounds like when he's, "Oh, God, Dad, you know me." We're not interested in that shit. We're not interested in it at all. Doesn't interest anybody. It's all just bullshit. Bullshit. It's all it is. And God, I've heard better in the drunk tank down here in Pierce County. Oh, you want to talk about? Whew. God, I swear, man, if you just get me out of this one, Sarge, did you hear that? It's getting pretty full in here. You're gonna get another fine. The government's gonna come in and act like they care, because all these people are getting staph infection, because you got them laying all up in the toilet, because you guys get So they'll wait till 12:01 and then book you out at 12:01 when you were supposed to be out 3 days ago, you know, because they get money. It's just a big old, you know. Oh God, if you just get me out of this one, I swear to God, I swear I will never do this one again. I said, bro, oh yeah, he stopped, just shut it right on down. He would not even turn that old doohickey because he realized they weren't getting to me. The only way they can get to me is through people that I allow close to me. And I was led to bring Gerald. She calls him Gerald. Well, that's his name. And but I seen it, the change, and there was no. And he goes, I'm trying. But he wasn't. I don't think he was capable. I thought I was trying once, twice, but then, you know, I wasn't broken enough. So, well, when'd you finally hit your bottom? Well, that's a good question. I never really did, because I was the type of guy, I was falling with a shovel. I just kept digging it as I went. I had to make a bottom, just like I have to make time. I have to make time. I have to make time for you. I have to make time for people. I ain't gonna find time. That's just a shitting excuse waiting to happen, you know. And thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Because I know that's you that called, and I know that's you that's playing that music. I can hear it. I know that's you praying, because we're all in this together, brother, sister. Whew, what do you think? He was gonna just let us just run around, you know, without... He was gonna pin a little note on which bus to get on, you know. Our little lapel is pinless. This guy doesn't have a little note from mommy. It's not good for man to be alone. Now it doesn't. There's an order of things, but once everything starts working, you're just like, wow, there is no big eyes and little U's in this program. Really, no, really. And and then there's Lily, and then there's Tilly over here. And my little pony, reminds me of Dragon Tales. It's just the opposite. Me and my little Celso, we used to sit on the couch, and I'd have my hand on her little knee. You know, people that wouldn't understand, they seen from outside, they'd be like, "What's wrong?" Boy, just like my little Lily. Oh, Papa. She had to film. That was just day before yesterday. She got Lily up and put her in bed with her because her mom was still sleeping. And she tried getting her to say Gigi, and like, no, Papa. I was like, that's it. Oh, every time I go over there, she just warms my heart because she just goes, ah! She screams like, you know, like the Backstreet Boys just, you know, came rolling on through the front door instead of the, Big Mike. Oof. To high heaven. But speaking of Big Mike and high heaven, stinking too. Look, isn't that nice? Right there. Well, someone's got to do it. Did I ever tell you the story about... I'm going to have to do it on the road. Old Willie playing out on the road again. Almost killed my little baby girl, my little Silsil. She was about 3. Now, here we have to get Einstein back in here again to do this equation. We have to get him to start figuring this stuff out, because this is all just a big coincidence, Mr. L, considering there is no God, and of course there is no devil. If I were the devil, oh, Paul, and that voice, oh, Paul Harvey, you gotta love Paul. Oh, you gotta love him. You went from Saul to Paul. Labor Ready, Auburn. Coincidentally enough, I ended up working. Matter of fact, gotta slow down. He said, stop. You're gonna really go. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I remember that part. I remember that. Labor Ready. He was working for Funtastic. They hired him. He wasn't trained, nothing. And I decided to take, it was the Super Mall, Auburn. They had just built it. Just another monstrosity, just, you know, paved paradise, put up, you know, just a big old crack shoot. But the carnival come around like they do nomadic, Casey. They just kind of move around, with the tents and stuff, and they move around. Well, they hired some labor people from Labor Ready, temp people to run the rides to and vend or whatever they were doing. And they just put them in a fantastic little red and yellow little deal. So you assume. That's why I say be cautious going on these rides. They got meth. They got all. It's not even meth, but back then it was. It was. But still, after 5 days of being up, you can't even see straight, let alone comprehend. If that nut goes, with this. And so me and Tawana wanted to see the looks on the children's face while they were going on it was the scrambler. And you know how they use the cars for the different rides, the Ferris wheel, all those cars, they all use the same buckets, And so it's just an old stainless, aluminum or stainless, whatever they're, little buckets that just have the little bar that goes across, and then the seat. And a matter of fact, I told the guy, I mentioned to him that we wanted to see them, because we had a little puller, a little Kodak, not a puller, a little Kodak, one of the little 1 hour ones you get, the disposable ones, so we get a picture of them. And the excitement on their face, and okay, all right, so how they'll pass each other, as they go around, the scrambler. And so he knew enough to place them to where we would be able to see them. And the whole time I'm not thinking, man, you got to be this tall to ride, right? I'm not thinking this. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Doug and Stacy. Right when I said that, I heard your voice. What a blessing. Oh, they drew first blood. Rambo. Death, where's your sting? You got to know. Oh, I know. I'm right there with you. Right there with you, brother. So he puts the two children, my children, and we're the only four on the ride. We're the only four on the ride. And he fires it up. And he starts, and now the centrifugal force. I want to be a baller. But hang on, because you'll fly off. Did you see that, School from Supertramp? And the floor just drops right out. Well, there's nothing to see there. It's so simple, people. It's so simple. We have senses, but they just. Old Fireman Bill, he's got him, and they're buying it, and he's being shit out of a rhino's ass. Oh, God, people. So, the little girl, now it's starting to heat up. The force is starting to push her back. I'm noticing it's pushing her back when it's going this one. It's turning, and she's sliding. And it was by the grace of the good Lord that my son knew to swing his feet. I was watching it all unfold. I was like, oh my God, she's going to get I don't even want to. It had bad news. It would have been bad news for a bunch of people, but it would have just been bad. And carelessness, accidents, no, carelessness. My part too. I'm part to blame. I'm sure I was good and stoned. I'm pretty sure I was pretty stoned. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm almost certain of it. You could hardly catch me without a pipe in my mouth. And back then, it was just the little flower stuff, and it's not the, whoop ding shit they got nowadays. But so I'm sure I was stoned. So that didn't help. And I have to, take some blame. If I'm going to be honest about it. But my son knew to put his foot in between her legs that were now spready, and she was like this, trying to keep herself from going out from underneath that bar. But she was on it. She was on a mission. She was going. She was going out, but his foot was just right there. It caught her little hoo-ha there, and just enough to keep her pinned into there. And I was yelling, stop. And he wasn't even paying attention. I was, stop the phone. Oh, man. And here's the thing. You know what they did? They said, they said, well, he's not going to work that ride anymore. And I found out, boy, we found out a bunch of stuff. Boy, I snapped. Found out that he was a temp, that he ain't been trained, and to rectify it, to keep us happy, this is how they were going to rectify it. This was their solution. He wasn't going to work the ride anymore, and to compensate us, the compensation was they wanted to give us like a bunch of tickets, and I mean like almost a roll of them. And I looked at him and said, "Are you serious? You want me to get back on? You're out of rabbit ass mind." And there's a rabbit. They do weird stuff. They do all kinds of weird stuff down here. And it's not just, of course rabbits run and they do, but these people, they're just like that green face. Get back to the green face, boy. One night I was watching that big, remember that 150-gallon acrylic custom-made tank? We had that blue silk tie, that Oscar, and that Jack Dempsey, boy, they'd go at it. They were all about 6 inches, pretty good size, 6, 7, 8 inches. They would just go at it. That tank, I had LED blues I could turn on, and I was watching a live feed, and what you guys were about ready to it was from Texas. It was when I was doing a lot of Alex stuff. It was an Alex streams, an Alex Jones feed. And as we we're interceding and just coming to the full revelation of, that becoming, that fullness to fulfill. See, and their testimony. Here's what sustains the holy ones. Oh, and by the way, the 144,000, that's not us. No. We're the ones that cannot be calculated and counting. Oh, we can go right into that. They don't like that. He chooses not to. Joy is in the journey. But then why would he allow any more suffering? There's things he chooses not to. Created us for his honor, glory, and praise. So if that's already come to revelation, and you already know, come on, man. I just want to kind of serenade myself with it. Come on, people. We have a Heavenly Father that loves us, and he expresses himself through us as we willingly just submit. And it was only through, and I know, because it's not about religion. I was the first one, because believe me, religion just sent me right off to the hell in a handbasket. That's why, are you sure? Well, that's what Mike said. LOL. I'm like, but that sounds an awful lot like lighting of the Silence of the Lambs. But you just go with it. So everything just starts coming together, see? But that's not savory. I don't even like scary movies like that. I got stuck underneath my mother's and father's bed when Exorcist came out, right when cable come in. I couldn't get out. Me and that salamander boy, oh Sally. Whew. Oh boy, it went from Sally to Smelly Sally. It was all because of this. Not accidents, no carelessness, just carelessness. So, roll a ticket. I don't want any tickets. And now here's the thing. Here we go. This is what they want me to do. So I figured, well, hey, check this out. The Lord had opened up these doors, broke the ball joint. Oh, so much has went on. On top of them, fiddling with my feet in ways that you wouldn't believe. On top of the demons that are just manifesting themselves now in the flesh here. Now we just got, like I said, don't even hesitate. Just put one right between their damn eyes if you have to. Better them than you. Don't worry, we got you. You're good. Millie will tell you all about it. It ain't arrogance. It's just we've come to a point now where, the line has been drawn and you've taken your sides. And, if people don't even open the first damn chapter to read, that's not our fault. That's, they're going to stand in account and they're going to hold all that shit. And here's what I've seen already is going to happen. They're going to look like this. All them fools, as we watch all them fools that accompanied them, all by equal implication, every one of them, that's exactly what you're going to see. They're going to all go like that. And you can, No, you. Come here. You. You can have them help you bring that shit up here. But you're coming yourself with all your shit. Come on. Bring it. And so, just like double portion, she dished out, she's getting it. Double. And all of those that laid in up with her, ooh, catting up. Always trying to break a person down. The accuser of the brethren and the sistren. Always trying to break a fool down. Because when the head of that household gets broke down, then they can start chipping away at everything else. They can start chipping away. And it's the suffering. Because I suffered. It's the abuse. It's the neglect. The abandonment. Oh, the fear. The constant fear. Oh, it's so debilitating. Unnecessary and just... It's evil, Mr. L. No, it's not even just... It's just people don't... You're right. People are selfish. That's what they are. People are selfish and they go out of their way for their self. That's what they do. They go way out of their way. And he says you can go ahead and you can go as far out of your way around, as far out of your way over and under. But unless you go through, you ain't getting anywhere. You ain't coming in here, fool. I said, you get your shit and you go. I said, it's going to get back. I said, matter of fact, I said, you send all your little demonic shit, you let them all know. You let them know. And they don't care about him. They don't care. They wanted him to be pushing lilies. They don't care. 8, 9, maybe 10 children. Not one. Now something ain't right. It's been years and I was led to do it so that the Lord could move. He's using these fools. They're starting to consume themselves. So people that were on that side of the camper, like I said, if they don't know now, then it's, but there's obviously enough. There's enough to be salvaged. Otherwise, this whole ride would be over. And then the new chapter, same book, same thing, ain't nothing changed. His character never changes. He never changes. I'll tell you what though, but he's in the business changing his mind about our condition. Oh God, he wishes for none to perish. So when he gets report, he's like, oh, and he hears that and he smells those sweet. That's what they are. All our prayers. When he hurls that incense, oh, those are all the prayers of the saints. That's 144,000, but us also as we cry out. He hurls them down. But yeah, the 144,000, those they didn't defile. They never, nothing. They followed Yeshua like you wouldn't believe. So close that the dust that they were created from, the breath of life, got right up on his sandals, right there. That's why, can you imagine cleaning somebody's feet back then? Can you imagine all the muck and mire and the dirt and all the crap and all the grime that was in there? But those feet, they're all in between them toes. You got to clean all that out. Don't even do it. Don't do it, sweetheart. And I love you, Lisa. I do. But now you backed out a little bit, but you're still throwing that Steve Quayle, that old cubby. No, we're not. We're not shoot to thrill. No, if he can't get. Oh yeah, there's some good stuff. That's why I share people stuff that could be completely 97% just in completely disagreement with, but there's something I'm led to share. Now, with him, you don't even open the first page of the book. You don't even open the first page. You're missing this, and you're in La La Land? In Mars and Jupiter and shit? You know what those wandering stars are. You know what those planets are. You don't even read planet in there. It's because they're wandering stars. And they're all falling like figs. And you know what happened to that tree? See, old Yeshua, he was ready for, when you're ready for something. You open your fridge. You're ready for some water. Maybe a little bit of garlic. Murder of crows. A little walkabout. Now that right there, that's cutting them. Hey, I might not be able to cut the mustard, but I can. Now that's a knife. That right there is sharp. That's sharp. I told him no hard alcohol and beer if you want. Hey, Brainier, that was his deal. 3-2. You get full before you really get to. Right? Pardon my French. But hard alcohol, and then it kept going in. I was like, his attitude started, and I mean getting really shitty. And then the music from his can, I call those cans, those little. I was out here, and I'd come home, and you can't do that. We're in a little old trailer park here, man. You can't do that. But it was all for the glory. See, that's why he created us for his honor, glory, and praise. Well, if you've already sat and got serenaded and everything, well, what's left? Souls. That's because we're not done yet. That's why. And as he gets that report and he hears the songs of the angels singing because there's a new soul being salvaged from this wrecking yard of life. Oh, yeah. Because you'll start to see it. I see it, boy. I see it, boy. Once I got baptized, and then Don Perez and his brother, they did that surgery on my eyes, and I got baptized right there. No, you don't have to be baptized to get into the kingdom of heaven, which is coming right here. It's here in the tablet of your heart, right here. It's written right here on your heart. It's a heart matter. See, it's a relationship matter. That's why you'll never see Jesus never baptized anybody, because he is the propitiation for sin. He is the living water. He came to illustrate you must move. Stagnated water is puddle water. That's why I don't eat puddle fish. I don't like puddle fish. I like water that's got oxygen, breath of life. It moves. It's moving. But, let's see, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, no, you don't. So, but when that man baptized me and my boy right there in that river, right there. That's right, Tampa. That county, when you said that county, it's slipping my mind right now, but it was there, I just had it. But, I don't want to reach to, I don't need to have to impress you, you see. That's why we don't want to we already know I got baptized. Now that's a new bridge right there. I showed you. We went and I shot a video there. There's a new bridge. That's the only thing that's changed. Same beautiful home. Actually, that slough kind of seems a little cleaner. I don't know. Maybe it was just my perception and my attitude. I don't know. Plus, I wasn't smoking any crack either, So that probably helps a little also with your perception. And it was awesome. Not that I was when I was baptized. I'm just saying it wasn't. Probably not soon after that I started to do that shit again there. Of course, I separated myself from my family. I was just a mile or so down the way. That's when I was working at the Tide Flats here. I was running from the law. Oh, God, I don't want to go too far back, so I do got to get to work, but I love you guys, and now when I see this opportunity. And I had to go through customs. I'm wanted for some pretty, as far as the law would be concerned, but it was nothing, really. It was just bull crap. And so I had a couple felonies. And so they run my name and everything. It was crazy. So I'm working on the Tide Flats and in Florida, and about the time that I got baptized. And then we went and seen Passion of the Christ. Amazing. It was amazing on everything, just kind of. And then I went ahead and back out into the wilderness. I went, not like out here, when one cries out from the different. It's different. Yeah, it's, start seeing, and not only good things come my way, I'm a major self-sabotager, but when unhealthy attachments, and you start to, for me personally, when I started to realize that, maybe it isn't all just me. Maybe it is. The part that's me is that I'm allowing you into my life. Now that's the part that I need to take, and then let the rest of that go. Because you don't want to hang on to too much stuff. Before you know it, boy, donkey, you'll be needing a pack mule to get that shit around. But so that unhealthy attachments. Oh, it's so destructive. And then the family. Oh gosh, and the children. And then if you make other lives, which are gifts, but raise a child up in the way they should go. We have responsibilities, we have dominion over not only the animals, but here we've been given, the gift of life, and, to take what we use, the knowledge we used, and apply it, and it's wisdom. But yeah, Mr. Al, when you said the was it Cumberland County? No, that's Portland, Maine, huh? Cumberland, yeah, that's Portland. It went from there to Barrie, Vermont, to Runner. Oh, wait, Little Runner. We have it all up in our blood. So I'm gonna try some more seeds. This stuff stopped happening. Oh, there's so much to share. I'm getting these. Oh yeah, it doesn't ruin my damn knife. I'm pissed, but whatever. I paid to have these hinkles sharpened. You can see right here where it's been hit. There's that phenomenon here ceasing, but this type of shit is persisting. Pardon my French. Like it's been whacked twice. You can see right here. And these are razor sharp, so I got to be careful. It looked like it's been like whacked on a piece of metal. I paid good money. I go to Vulcan to have them sharpen my knives, but Joshua Watts, I'm going to have do my God willing, my Bible case, because I said I was going to, and I was led to do that. And that's just how I am. That's why I like Deborah Rose. I always pray for her. Always praying for her. Always praying for whatchamacallit there. Not just Honeybee, the girl, she's always on my mind. Well, I pray for all you guys, but the whistleblower for the old Mac sauce, extra Mac sauce. But yeah, this guy here, he's really good at what he does, but he's getting to be a friend, I believe. So, anyway, so this goes to Addie. I got to get going. I did call Matthew. Oh, awesome. So the State Patrol, I was thinking Matthew's a Pierce County Sheriff. I'm pretty certain he might be. But I'll take you to the fourplex I've been working on for about 4 weeks. About 4 weeks, yeah. And then this opened up, the fair deal. I was praying and stuff, going, God, what am I going to do, Father? This is a lot of money. This is a lot of money to be for one person. For one person. Now see, so he's bragging. No, I'm not. That my bank has been good to me, because I haven't bit the hand that's fed me. Because there's no way. This is borrowed money. This ain't mine. This is her money. They're on vacation. But yeah, so this job opened up when I was praying, saying, God, I got to get that rent paid, and I got to get all that, because he flaked out on that bill, and I don't know how. Well, I do. It's the devil. What do you mean there's no devil? Look at that. Do you see that? And I know he didn't order anything. That's one thing he never did, because he was too busy on his phone. He just watched the news and the stupidest stuff that was just stuff that they'd brainwash him through his phone, and I'd watch him click right on there. I watch him right in real time. Now, they didn't have full control of him. They do now. They got completely full control of that dude, almost 100% now. So, this is not the cousin you grew up with. But so I had to take him fishing. I had to get him out here. I had to see. And even then, he was worried. He was worried. He was concerned. He thought I was gonna, Why would you think that? It's like I asked Ronnie Scrap. Why would they do that to you? Why would you even think that way? Look at this. $400. Now this is in my name. Well, hello, Roy. Well, hi. Hello. So I worked this out. We got that crap shut off. We got Doohickey. We sent her packing. Kind of like Maddow. Poof. That old trifling tramp. But got him to keep my internet on so that we could be doing this, because I can't even make a phone call. I can't even so much as, I'll be having old rotary phone just eat. I'll be having him phone home for me. Be trying to give me a couple homing pigeons out here. That would work, actually. Doug's like, yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, Doug and Stacy. What a blessing. I've always wanted to do that kind of stuff, that homesteading kind of stuff. In my heart, I've always been that way, always. I always have, But, okay, so we got this. So we got this opportunity. Okay, back to this. Thank you, Father. So this is going to take care of that burden right there. Because that's all just a burden. That's all that shit is. That money is just a damn burden. Just a burden. Let's see. So I could. That's why. That's what was going to bring up. Otherwise, I would never, ever even consider that. But the Lord opens up. See, He opens these doors. Like I said, we're willing to go through them, not over, under, and around. Because I know that always ends me up. Chow time. I'm like, how the hell did I get here? Well, you wanted to have fun, right? Well, the question is as good as the, well, is it? That's the question. See. Oh, God. Father, please. And I'm sitting there. Father, please, if you just get me out of this one, just repetitive. That's what that means. That repetitiveness, just over. That's insanity. And it's consuming itself. Once the head's been severed. Oh, and they don't know anything, by the way, Mr. Kerr. They don't know anything special, anything new. That's over. That's their technology and stuff has ceased. They've come to that pinnacle of their perpetual poo-poo. So it's time to kind of get that. Like I said, you don't even have to wipe it off. At Christmas time, ho, ho, ho. Be good, Johnny. You just take your shoes off at the door. You go through, and I guarantee they're going to have some my slippers right there under that tree. And that's no dig, Mr. L, because I need a pillow top deal for my bed. I took the my sleeping bags off there to go camping. Oh, 3 days of fun. Until the landowner tried taking the T-bird away. But anyway, so Johnny Boy. Back to Johnny Boy. Oh yeah, so he opens the door. That's gonna not only help me pay this, because that's just $1,200 here. That ain't cheap. And of course, I don't want to, go too far into detail, because then that gets me caught up in almost like what it does when I stare at this live chat, Casey. Love you, brother, big time. I start staring at any of these live chats, and sometimes, I'll set it and I'll listen if it's not constantly, because they've got my stuff so messed up. Praise the good Lord, today it's running smooth, operator. But I'll go back and I'll look, and he goes, oh, son. And then greed, because, and I get caught up on it, so I got to stay off it. It's, I like to interact too. And when I'm led to, I do, but when I'm led to get off, sometimes I don't always do that. That's what I'm saying. He's like, oh, son, we got things to do, and here you're caught up. And I'm serious. I sit there, I can't even, it's like I'm hunting almost. It's like I'm obsessed. I'm just stuck in one spot. Like I'm stuck on stupid. I'm sitting there, and I don't even, sometimes I don't, I'll just sit, and I'll be listening, and I'll pray. I'm constantly, just like your, forgive me, because I pray for her all the time. She says pray. Constantly, I'm without ceasing. That's all I'm doing when I'm, for everybody that's listening, oh God, just open their hearts and just allow the scales, even scales, Casey, fall from their eyes. So it's all just, see everything just even. So everything's, nothing's obscured. There's a fine line there, and there's no mistaking. But then not to reach too far. That's where I personally get in trouble. When I used to just try to, because I needed an answer. I just wanted to be okay. And I felt like if I had an answer, that would help me relax, because I was so anxious. I was literally just it was consuming me at every turn, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It was just trying. And the Lord was there the whole time. Oh, our Heavenly Father, I'm so happy. Oh, God, thank you so much, Abba. Oh, He's so faithful. And I knew right when I seen her, I knew that there's no way that I could possibly, that whatever just came over me, there's no way. She's so far out of my league. Oh, and the coach was like, well, I'm going to put you in, little Donnie Steen. I'm putting you in, and you going to hit it. I'm going to hit it? You going to hit it real good. And I said, oh, yeah, right. Right? Yeah, you're right, boy. Yeah, you... Ow! See? Because that... It doesn't always happen that way, but that was... Yeah. That was shut that pie hole, boy. Pie hole. You never know who you're entertaining. You be cautious. People got feelings. Now don't get old like Freddie. Oh, God. Bohemian Rhapsody, Mercury, Another One Bites the Dust, Mama. Ugh. It just killed a man. Oh, gosh, people. And just the hideousness. And now when I see any pictures of that fool or him in concert, I see the demon in him. I see it. I literally see it. I'm like, ugh, damn. He's like, yeah, you're seeing it now, buddy. You're seeing it. Like, I got baptized. Oh, it's the most beautiful thing. And it was either two pigeons that were white, or there were two doves, me and my boy. Old Roy Donaldstein IV, my little groundhog, 2293, right there in the slough of, gosh, I had the county. We would go to Lakeland. Now, that was dangerous. But the best time I had the whole time was down at Sarasota, the beach, knowing that the Schwartzes, when I was a kid, very troubled kid, would go down there in the summer, and they'd all come back. The girls would come back just brown skin shining in the sun. I had my top pulled down, and little Donnie boy. Ooh. So, broken. So, but now he's like, that's all right. You're able to taste that now. It's because you're salt. You're able to, it's flavored. Now that's all fruit and bread. A little salt goes a long way, just brings flavor to everything. And also it's like a septic. You could irrigate a wound with salt. Dry stuff out, cure stuff. It's amazing. Yep. Shit, the stuff I've cleaned with some. Oh, rocks salt. If you want to bring your pH down to 0 on your, because you want to make sure your pH when you're growing stuff, especially indoors, you want to make sure your pH is about, think about it, between 6, 8, and 5. Well, with what I was growing, 6, 8, 5, 3, 5, or 7, 5, 6, 8, 7, 5, or something like that. And sometimes when that pH is a little bit of Epsom salt, bring that pH right down, neutralize that soil, and start right on over. Oh, speaking of which, thank you, Father. This got a disease. This lily. This one here got a disease. Now this one here is doing really, really good. Although, not to point the finger, but I'm thinking that my little Michael, he wanted to, the children, they want to fill, and he wanted to see how that, and he snapped her off. He snapped it, but it's still all right. But yeah, this is a lily. Orchid. The orchid lilies. This is nice and healthy here. But the other one had some kind of I looked it up. I seen what was happening. I thought it was either a toxicity from over fertilizing, which I'm almost certain, and I love her, she didn't. That's not the case. That maybe it was just dying from not being watered or something. But I treated it and stuff, and I could see that it was, or that it was, or that it had a deficiency like a CalMag, which a little bit of molasses will take care of. That I've learned once you get out of that self-worthlessness crap hole that it's got you down in. It's telling you put the lotion in the basket. You're down in the hole that you helped dig with that old shovel. Well, when did you find the bottom? What bottom? I didn't know there was a bottom. I had to stop myself. I had to want to live, Well, I always did, I guess. I just didn't know how to change. I didn't know how to make that. I was alive. I just wasn't living at all. All right, guys. All right. Let's see. There's so much. I'm gonna try to sing a song from there. I do gotta get going, but I'm gonna walk you through the deal. It's got everybody out of there already. Everybody out. Done a lot of stuff over there on that piece of property. It's kind of been out of shape that I'm doing for everybody, like I explained yesterday. He understands. I'll get this caught up and then have some I can sad, Doug's like, well, that's why and I'm like, I know. But right now I'm on a mission from God. He said, that damn penguin. But that'll get me caught up just enough to see what's, just enough. Plus, not only that, all the stuff I'm going to learn and be able to share and receive. Oh, it's beautiful. She said, oh, I received that. I said, I received that also. I received that. I received that. We're transceivers. Oh, you see, right now, he's getting glory, honor, and praise. The angels, and now we got a plumb line now. But the angels are still rejoicing and singing, and there's just a big old glorious, harmonious, symphonic, this light and love and life. It's life, is what it is. It's life. It's life. It doesn't. Death wears your sting. That's what it is. It's just anti-death. That's all it is. It's anti-death. It's life. And life has no time frame. We are time. We are eternal. There is no life. Love is longevity. Life is love, and love is long suffering. Oh, there's no bus. Oh, there's no rapture bus. Oh, no, and that's the other thing. Oh, I know she started backpedaling a little bit, and it's okay. we pray. I pray, Lisa, because but you gotta run from that old quail. Whew. You might as well shoot that right out of the sky. You might as well just straight get running right from that fool right away. Anybody that's still got their head up in the stars, it's not even that they, no. People have come to some pretty quick revelations, and we're not talking about the strawberry quick either. I'm gonna give that away also. This is what's in our. It's all mixed nuts. It's all mixed nuts. Through most of the way, I figured I'll keep some of this. Won't eat all of it, but you never know. I might have someone over that's might want some of this stuff. I've been eating those. Brown sugar. Brown sugar. Yeah, Rolling Stone gathers no moss. What? I was going to wear that Mossy Rock shirt. Oh, we're going to try those. This ceased. This is since he's been about almost 5 weeks now. He's actually really been out for the most part. This is pretty much completely stopped. This right here, you see that big old dent? That's where it stopped in that cross right there, right at the top, right here, right at that square. It's hip to be square. It's just a bunch of squares. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 4, where 2 or more gather. 3-fold cord. I just sucked it right in. Look, this piece right here. Remember how it was over there? How this was way that way, and this was, look at it. And that's all some demonic shit right there. Because this is an inanimate object. This isn't born of water. That's what happened to Lot's wife. She turned in her head, and this is what she was going. I wonder what I'm going to do. My microwave's back there. I don't know how to heat up my Hot Pocket. And so, do not love the things of the earth, so don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our mind. That's all it is. It's not born of water. That's why it says you clean the outside of the bowl, but inside you're as filthy as rags. You clean the inside. Repentance. It's the word of it's got to have it. You got to have it. You are water. Well, you are water. Now, whether you're living waters, up to the spirit that, you have the free will. You confess with your mouth. You believe in your heart. A tablet of your heart. You are the open book. You are one of those books. You are that tablet. Your heart, because out of your mouth comes the abundance of your heart. It's all right there. You are that book. When he says the books are open, you're one of them. And the books were opened. Well, the books were open. Didn't you hear what Millie said right there? Standing right. Didn't you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? I ain't leaving you out either, Hannah. Beautiful, gorgeous. Gosh, even with this bone stock gorgeous. Both of all of you. Just bone stock gorgeous. You don't even have to try. Nails? Man hands? Are you serious? Whew. Manly something. P. Hall. John Hall. Oh, Patricia. I remember when I first seen. Oh, it's amazing. The Holy Spirit and the love that you have for each other expressed through the Holy Spirit is just amazing. Same with Honeybee and, Spencer and the Nestar on Flat Earth. All those way back then. Tammy Wentworth. That's about the time I seen that green. And he was dead. This motherfucker was dead. He was dead, but he was animated with some. This guy, just like that girl, Trump, that rolled in that dude's. That's one that I wish I would have downloaded. I wish I would have saved that one so you could have seen it for yourself. But you're already seeing it. They're all everywhere now. They're all over now. And they're really all these zombie towers are really got them ramped up good. And they just go in overnight. Have you ever seen anybody on them, servicing them? Have you ever seen them install them? I never have. Never have. I don't know. It's just like they, just almost like magic. Like they just poof. You can pull a rabbit right out of there. I don't know. Just, but we stay ready. We don't have to get ready. But let's see, what was there? Something about. Man, I gotta get one more time. Oh shoot! It's already 9:31. Gosh, dang it! Holy smokes! I gotta get moving. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful. What a beautiful morning. Ah, the Rascals, the Little Rascals, and that's what. Who's your favorite Little Rascal? Oh, you don't know the stuff that they send us. So we slap it up. We slap it up. We slap it up. See, there's a lot going on. So when I share certain songs, certain things, guys, oh God, he's bringing us back to the mosh pit. It's the devil. No, you don't know. You don't know those people's hearts. They could be completely just in their little minds, just think they're serving Satan. But when the Lord uses them to spew out his intent, oh, you listen. Because those that their hearts are supple and ready, they'll hear it when the time is ready. It's a nugget, and they're being used. Oh, so smart we are. We just know everything. I said, look, I don't want to know anything. Just, he goes, I'll let you know what you need to. Everything else is just a light. I told him, I said, hey, right, just no, none of that. Oh, that's right. Oh, Willie's out here. Hope I didn't wake him up. Hollering at that dude, and that dude is one of the guests. Has a nice little ride. I didn't want to. Yeah, that's Willie right there. I was gonna spit out in the yard. But we'll go out back. Yeah, I gotta mow all this crap. This side here. And all back here, that's where my target I usually leave right there. Look at all them berries. You can see the deer lay right there. Right there. That's where the cats were getting underneath. I gotta get going. It's so fresh. I love the smell of pine salt. Oh, see, I don't play. See, homie don't play that shit right here. Look at that. See, we go all for it. My little clean bucket. We do the Costco pine salt. We don't play. We don't play. All right. I love you guys. I've got to. I'm probably not going to be able to run one off. I wanted to sing this song. This one here. But I'm going to have to another time because I have to get to work and I want to run a video just to kind of show you what we've been doing in the duplex because I'm led to. And yeah, I can't believe how quick he got rid of them people. And I pray, because he kind of got a little bit of a rapport, a little relationship with someone when you're there working, and so, but just like Doug was saying, people are being, homeless, and I know how it is. It's so stressful. I don't like that. I could feel people's anxiety, and I don't like it. They know that too. That's about all they know. They don't know anything else except what we tell them. Oh, and the people that call themselves Christians. Oh, this stuff. You're right. A bunch of that's ramping up too, and they're just the synagogue of Satan. They don't know the first thing about God. And they think they're doing a service, and stuff. But you just keep marching. So I pray for them because they're gone. I went yesterday, and on Sabbath, and I was gonna run one yesterday, but I had to go in, and it's like I realized, I said, that's all right. I'll just go ahead and I'll just give it to God, and I'll make sure I go above and beyond, and I won't get hyper religious because I don't believe in religion anyway. But we got a whole bunch done. I'm like, God, they got their stuff out of here pretty fast. I hope they had a place to go, because I really care about people. And then when I lay my head on a pillow, and I'm completely so in Thanksgiving that that May Queen is about Mayflower. You want to talk about Thanksgiving? We're having, oh, it's a feast. Every time I put food in my mouth, I'm breaking bread. Every time I'm communing. Every single. I see this girl at Applebee's. It's the most amazing thing. You know, to watch people bow and pray over their food. Oh, I just couldn't stop. I couldn't take my eyes off her. You know, it's just completely, completely broke. And Matthew calls me right at the last minute, completely broke. Praying. Hey Roy, you want? Hey, sure, I'm broke, man. So I got a steak. Oh, it's amazing. Right at the last, it's always, he's so perfect. His timing is so perfect. You know, that's about the time. He's eternity, so he can, you know. Ah, boy. They can only go through willing vessels that have been misled, that have been lied to. That's why you're going to hear, you lied. That's all you're going to hear. You lied. They're going to burn lake of fire, but they're just stacked like cordwood. Just cages. It's fire and this light. These cages. And they're just like the bars that were in this before they... Mr. L, this is what happens when you get tattoos years later. That's why I never got this dragon finished. Oh, you should have seen how, I was like, man, that's badass. Well, you're going to have to do a test run. I was like, okay, you're Dave Asher. I'm going to have him do this one. That cloud, all the stuff, it was pretty cool. And all the detail up in the scales and stuff right up on it. Now I know exactly why that cloud is bigger than that dragon that it now supersedes and is on top of. Now I understand. I understand that. I also know why it's not finished. Because that fulfillment is coming spiritual. It's a spiritual thing, and then it's gonna play out in the flesh. But it starts spiritual. See, it's a spiritual thing. Once you eliminate that, then that power starts to become you. Then they know. Whoa. Then people, you won't even see it. It has nothing about being arrogant or any of that. That's absolutely contrary. It's the opposite of that. You be so meek and humble that you just become that omnipotency, that omnipresence, that omniscience. You start to you don't even reach for it. When you start reaching for it, that's when it'll come. You decrease, he'll increase in you. That's how he's returning through us. That's how he's returning. Oh, our Heavenly Father sits, but Spirit is going to manifest himself, his return, his kingdom right here, right now. He's seen it was good. Now he just dropped 1-0. That's what he said on that great and terrible day. See, just be prepared, because like I think it's going to be a 3-day matinee. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And everything they did in them pantheons and those arenas and all those Roman, I just had it. No, the animals that Big Ivan. Big Ivan's gonna, oh man. All the animals and stuff they exploited for their cowardice, selfish. You know, most of them people, boy, they wouldn't see them. They tie up loads for people. What's going on out here? They tie up loads for people that they themselves never intended to move. You want to see something amazing? This door is red. You see that? You see that red door? Well, the paint scheme, Matthew is really partial to red, black, and white. He likes red, black, and white a lot. Matter of fact, that's what he just painted this fourplex, this other fourplex he just bought. likes red, black, and white. And red was, and black and white was my grandmother's, Lois. That was she had that big round bed. Beautiful, beautiful velvet, huge round bed. And I mean, it was big. It was big. It was as big as, this kitchen. It was pretty good size, and then it had a huge, and red. She loved red, everything red. And so, yeah, and that just got painted red. The first job I did for him was in Lakewood, and it was just red doors, and I wondered, who in the hell is painting these doors red? You see, now I wouldn't do that, personally. But that just, everybody's got their own little deal, but red they are. And so when I'm down at the ocean, it's partly when I wanted to run a stream. I'm gonna as soon as I can show you all the stuff I got on my phone. This red, white, and black house, and instantly I thought of Matthew. And because I've never seen a house. I mean, sure, they're everywhere, but it's like a vehicle. You don't notice the vehicles around you until you start driving one. Then you just start seeing them everywhere. So, there's probably a whole bunch of houses that are, white and black with, red trim type thing. Or, red accents. But there it is right there. So if he went and painted that door, BJ or when I was at work, red, or replaced it with a red door, which I doubt he'd do that because it's just easier to slap some paint on it if it's perfectly operational. I want to know where my birds are at. So that, I'm really hoping that wasn't Mama missing her chicks, because she has 5 that are pretty good size now, but she started out, I think, with 7 or 8. So I hope that wasn't her. And calling for her little ones, and a pack of coyotes came through last night. But I think they get up, even when the little ones get up high enough where they're... All right, well, I love you guys, because I can just sit here and... He just went along, yammering away. He just went along, yammering away. Oh, black and white. That's part of the... So I don't know if they're going to have me conduct the rides, and then I'll stop. And then I'll quit, and then I'll shut her down. So I got to get around to the point. So I figure I'll make sure that the person's tall enough. And if I hear anything or see, because I don't trust them rides. I don't trust them rides at all. I don't trust them. I would find a different form of entertainment. Plus, it's insane. You want to talk about getting caught on a corn dog? A $9 corn dog. A $9 corn dog, and that was $9. That was a few years ago. A matter of fact, that picture right here, can't make this stuff up. All the pictures. This was right here. This was at the Puyallup Fair. That's my little baby right there. That's my Michael. Okay, my daughter said, I had a little baby boy and blinked, and now he's starting preschool. Yep, and that's how it works. You blink and it's just a vapor in the wind, a wave tossed in the ocean. Who told you that, Casey? Right before I handed myself over, I seen that green. It was a demon. It was a human host for a demon. It was a ghost with the most. Whew. And I know it. I seen it. It wasn't makeup. It wasn't this guy was green like the pale horse. He was green like the dude I seen on the side of the road night before last, bringing her home because she's having I think it's her cat. My son's coming over today do the birthday party for Addie. And I think it's the cat. So I've been in between working, going getting her and coming back. I said, you see that dude? out in the, literally, way out where there is no, believe me, you'd be like, what the? On his knees, and this one goes green. Now, I seen it with my own eyes, and that's why we just got it. We just keep them all, you know, like old Bart. Spring, you just keep them, keep yourself all prayed up, and then just do what you're led to do, you know, and the good Lord will. And then you don't worry. So you don't get anxious and you don't worry. Don't fear, because that's a sin too. And when you deny the gifts, because what is a prophet anyway, Casey? Well, it's not even somebody that necessarily just foretells the future things so that our saints can equip themselves and sharpen each other. No, it's also discerning scripture verse. It's also being able to listen. It's all the fruits of the Spirit, you know. And those that bury their talent, the fools, you see, the fools, we're getting those. We're actually getting those. He says, well, I'm not going to let those go to waste. But, he said, but what? You buried them? You buried them in a hole. You buried it. You didn't care. No interest for the kingdom, right? That's why it's a number that can't be calculated. Because he chooses not to. You see, the joy is in the journey. Oh, he could at any moment. And at times steps right in and says, But the joy, all the honor, glory, and praise to him. He's getting it now. Do you understand? So why would you have your dessert and then go ahead and... It's almost like, you know, wiping and then taking... It doesn't even make sense. But it doesn't have to. It will. It's all going to. It's all right. It's not even has nothing to do with a salvational issue, and neither does baptism, because once you confess and believe, there it is, right there. It happened right to John. Wasn't it Naomi or Yeshua? Right there. It happened right there, right when he was his mom's embryonic fluid, right there in the water, right there. There it was. Making an outward manifestation of an inward condition. That condition is new, and so you're saying, you're displaying. But when you go away from all those, wherever you go, there you are. You're not going to take that basin with you. And a lot of people, thousands, and as we speak more and more and more, you ain't going to see so much as a stale carton of milk, let alone. Now that's a letter that would be hard to address. That would be, well, I got bad news for you, people. What? Well, yeah, you're screwed. No, they're not screwed. What about the ones on death row? What about the innocent ones? Oh, well, you're screwed too. No, that's not how that works. Nope, and never will work that way. We are water. I think we're 73 or 70-something%. But the facts, figures, statistics, charts, you know, hypotheses. What can you believe? Other than, you know, even the word, you know, that... Oh yeah, his word never changes. His character never changes. His image doesn't change. And his reflection better not be passing the buck. That's about the only thing that's making change. But it's a process, and it's a honing, a sharpening, a polishing, a refining. This fire. All right, well, I know it. I know. Run that. Ain't gonna be singing that one. Run that. I got all my tools. I made sure I loaded all my tools up first because I knew I was gonna start yammering. That's loaded up. Everything's ready to go. I'm just gonna hop in and I'll run one from the truck. Take you into T-Town. Oh boy, that old hilltop. Oh, there's so much more I wanted to share with Jordan. We will. That's a beautiful thing. We're all open books, man. What good is what we got if we don't just give it away? See? Because people, they're going to hear it. They're going to see it. They're going to see it and they're going to hear it. And they're going to tell you, match is going to burn twice. There's always that match. You know, where two or more gather. You're going to see it again. We're going to see everything again. Everything that isn't confessed with. And I think I heard you say, Dan, something about, yeah, this guy started telling me all about this, that. Oh, man. Whew. Oh, boy. You should have seen some of the stuff that was happening right. Well, he was over there. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. I wanted to change the furniture around, kind of give it a new stuff that was manifesting. Wasn't saying much. Couldn't say anything. They had my voice completely shut down. I couldn't even talk for 3-4 days. I'm at the drive-through my bank going squeaking. And they're Fran, all them. Oh God, we love these people. Lacey. My daughter just went down to Lacey's. To Portland, little Lacey. But they're kind of giggling and laughing. Felt like I was in jail again. They're behind the glass and we're signing, hey man, do you have so-and-so for an attorney? Yeah, and you got to watch the guards because they're watching, they watch all. The phone will ring and they'll go, hey man, you got people talking behind you, because they're creeps. They don't even know. They're just being used, But once they do know, then it's on them. Hey man, is your attorney on vacation? We do have the same attorney. Yeah. No, I'm going. Well, fucking, they said they did another continuance. Really? Did you sign for the continuance? No, they signed it for me. Really? Huh? That's weird. Do you know obtaining a person's signature by coercion or any other sorts, Mr. L, is a Class C felony? You know that, right? Oh, these motherfucking this shit. Oh, we can't wait. We're gonna just throw the book at them. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful, just so beautiful. Oh, I can't wait. The shit they put us through, no more. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Oh, yes, we're mocking the mockers and watching the watchers, and now who's restraining who? Beautiful. Oh, those old Polaroids, the stuff they did. Oh, Casey, you're going to be so happy when you see just how much love will endure. Talk about long suffering. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I love you people. I got to get off here. I really have to. But everything is good, and I love you people, and we're going to see each other soon. Very soon. It's just a lot going on. A lot of stuff. But it's okay. It's all right. We're never going to leave. Hey, we ain't doing nothing but getting closer. That's all we're doing. Hey, call again. Call. Hey, even if I can't talk, hey, we'll be awkward together. Hey, I've been bought with the price. I'm here for the long haul. So, his burden is easy. His yoke is lighter. Is it his yoke is light, his burden is easy? Or is it light unto my feet, lamp unto my path? Or is it lamp unto my path, light unto my feet? You see, does it really matter? No, not really. It doesn't really matter because it's all the same thing. I've noticed he reverses all these things too. And everything that the devil does, he's already got that. See, he's a manipulator. He's a counterfeit. And you know how you can detect a counterfeit? Get familiar enough with the real thing. That's what you do. The word became flesh and dwelt among us. And that's exactly what's taking place. Okay, I love you. I'm going to have to make myself get off here because if I don't, I am going to because I'm going to keep loving you anyway. But I get caught up in this because I love you people. And I'll share this here, and then I'll run one and take you through the duplex. I asked him, I said, here you go, Roy. Just real quick. Just one more, please. You never let me do anything. I said, Matthew, I said, hey, bro, and the Lord told me, son, not yet. Just relax. Be anxious for nothing. And everything through prayer and supplication. Pray. If you need to, fast, fat boy. No, I didn't say that. He said, if you got it, then you fast. You do you know what you got to do. Get that flesh. It's pining. Go ahead and just let it know who's in control here. Let it know. Get it all in, and that old, man, that autophagy kicks in. Ooh, wee. Once you get through that part there, you're like, But I was like, hey, do you have anything that might be coming up? I'm gonna have a hard time swinging $1,200 myself. I mean, she's on top of all these other bills that ensue, that go along with the. I know, I can hear you already, Doug. I know it. I love you, brother. And my self-reliance. I can hear him already also. I can hear all of you. He said, if something comes up, I'll let you know. So then yesterday, last minute, broke, busted, disgusted, but I can be trusted. See, trust is earned. It's the respect is God given. They got it all backwards. You got to earn my respect, boy. But Grandpa, no, just put, Grandpa, put the Skittles down and step away from the sandbox. Yeah, it's, he's like, if something comes up, I'll let you know. But the Lord said, son, remember, if I'm for you, who can be against you? And then that door opened up. U-joint broke, I know it, ball joint broke, right there, as I was going down. And I had a vision, I had a dream, right there in that dang bed. Then my U-joint snapped up, my U-joint snapped up, but my wheel broke off, the same exact side, my passenger side, in the same manhole, at her Tawana's work, because I've been taking her up, and sometimes she gets off late, she starts early, and because she manages, she's actually the manager, not one of those, fictitious made-up little titles, the assistant Fifi manager from the, second to the third night shift, whatever they, stop while I'm a head type manager. So she's, floating all it. So my point is all different hours. And so I started to, and I thought maybe that dream is I was been spending so much time, you get, and so you start, dreaming about things that consume your daily life. But it wasn't. It was actually a vision. I had a dream that, because I park in the same spot usually, I back in, and to get out, it's a tight turn. You have to go. I have to do a 3-point, which takes me over this manhole. And I know soon. I gotta go soon. And in my dream, just a day or two before this actually happened, I cranked the wheel, and it happens to dip down, so all the water will, be, channeled into the drain. And I usually go, that's where I make my 3-point. I'll go in, I'll turn, and then I'll put in reverse, and I'll back out, and it'll come out onto Meridian. That's something. Oh, I love you, Lindsay. So down Meridian, I go. Well, I go this day that this actually happened. I go just like I did in my dream, like I do every time that I happen to park there, because it's right underneath a tree, so it's in the shade, and I'll wait for it to come out, and I'll be reading the Bible, whatever, And so, bang, the whole vehicle, I went, oh my gosh, I fell into this man, the whole thing, boom, and I thought, man, I fell into the thing well, that doesn't surprise me. My whole life, it was like the intensity and frequency, it's just like one big old coincidence. It's like, just the whole thing is just, I'm living out this reality. It's amazing. I'm becoming this whole, it's nuts. But not mixed nuts. It's all, we definitely aren't mixing the steel with the clay. No, we're pure wood. Okay, so I get out. Well, first what I do is I figure it's probably just the lower control arm. So I know I've drove it backwards miles on that. You can't go frontwards, but you can put it in reverse, and you can pull that wheel straight. But you ain't pushing your front wheel when it's like that. But you can drive backwards. So I put it in reverse, thinking, well, that's what it is, and I'm just gonna go park, and then I'll just, go fix it, go get the part and fix it. So I put it in reverse, and oh God, the sound that it made, and I was like, and I heard, okay, Einstein, you better stop and go look. So I go look, the whole wheel is. Now I've just rammed the. Oh gosh, I should just show you real quick. I know I gotta go, but I'm already late. There's no actual time. I told him I'll get to it. Okay. Look what I did. Oh my goodness, look what it did. It buckled. It pushed that tire right up in here. So now I'm gonna have to get another one. This thing's one owner, two. So I'll get, they already got a little account for me. They got the driver's side, so now I'll get the passenger side. I think they're $120. Anyway, so I had to get a floor jack because I'm in the drive-through now. When I'm turning, like I said, I wasn't in the drive-through, but that's where the drive-through comes through. So I had to get a floor jack, jack it up, and drive it with the floor jack into a spot. And the amazing thing is directly across the street is O'Reilly's, and they were the only one that happened to have the part, but it was down in the warehouse, down in Puyallup, down in the distribution spot, and wouldn't be there till tomorrow. Well, I didn't need it till tomorrow anyway because my son was going to come and swap it out because I needed to get to work. So I was now going to borrow one of the girls' vehicles. So and thank God she's the manager because it wouldn't get towed away. Otherwise, it would have been gone. They would have had to tow it away. But directly across the street was my part. So my son, before he started work, he come the next day while I was at work, and he got it all done up. I didn't do any extra damage putting it in reverse, and so man, but boy, the sound, and then just not even a block from there, this job right here opened up. This golden ticket opened up right here. That's gonna get me caught up on the, God, look at my bruised arms from carrying all that stuff, which is gonna get the rent caught up for this little spot here. So that's good. That's a blessing. Anyway, I can tell I'm starting to get a little dehydrated. My voice is back though. Yeah, man, my voice, they just bushwhacked my voice. And I mean, I've never just had my voice just go out like that. Just completely just gone. It's gone. All right, I love you guys. I gotta go. I'm gonna share this on YouTube, and I'll try to run one from the. Well, I'm gonna just keep going until it goes through. I'll just keep running it. And today it gave me the indication. I knew that it was going through. Like I said, I get one of three, but they've got them so messed up now that they really do. This whole, they're doing what they can, but our Heavenly Father is allowing certain things to, and they're starting to really backbite each other. It's amazing. They're just watch. All you got to do is just watch. So you give them just enough rope. You just watch. Slipknot. They'll sit there and just like Yeshua, he sat patiently. That horsehair, the tail, mane and tail, he sat and he braided. He cried, wept the whole time. Just wept, just braiding it. My Father's house, a den of thieves. Well, he says my house has many mansions. All right, well, I love you guys, and I gotta go. I'm making myself go right now. I will see you soon.